Hey, this is Ivan here. I want to do a little reflection of a great book that might help you. So I'm going to try to be very short because I've noticed people don't like a long format, but unfortunately you have to do the long format to understand. So this one, it will be like super short. I'll try to make it so you can get it. Now, you want to change your life, I hope you want to get better. I hope you want to achieve the results. I hope that you are the type of person that want to succeed with your goals, and these are very important things. I've made extensive videos on the goal setting and all this stuff, but now let's talk about something more important than the goals of your life. And you may say, what it is? Well, this comes from this reflection on that great book, and I'm not gonna mention the book. If you're a curious guy, you might research it. If you ask me questions, I will point the book. And here we have our friend here in a very nice surrounding. Here we are in the middle of New York City, believe it or not. In the middle of New York City, there is this little oasis of beautifulness. So now let's get back to the topic. How to achieve your goals. It is on writing. You have to write them down on a daily basis. Let's recap the important stuff. You have to also have your daily. Now let me show you. This is my book for June 2023, and it's June 15, 2023. Now I'm gonna put, this is called the logbook, and then that is the daily planner. I carry these books all day long around me. Now the significance of that is this: I'm writing my own destiny, of course, with the help of God as well. We have this saying in my country, man is planning here on the book and God is laughing, because as much as you can plan, you can only plan your own destiny or your own karma. So now let's talk about this. Let's talk about this little book. What is the significance of this book? Most of the people will say the yearly resolution. I'm gonna lose 100 pounds, 50 pounds, 10 pounds. I will go to the gym. Some people even put them in the goal book, but they never achieve it. Why is that? Why you think is that? Because there's no behavior change, and everything it's about behavior. I will put it very simple. Now I'm mentoring a bunch of kids, and I put them through the test, and I say, hey, this is the most important book in your life, that you will write it on your own. This is the book of your life. All the rest of the books are non-important. You can read any book in the world, but if you don't have your own book, if you are not force yourself habitually to write in this book, you will not succeed in any of your goals. Now, why this is important? Because this book creates very little habits, very minute habits. You cannot build muscles without doing the first step, right? What's the first step? In that regard, if you want to build muscles, the first step is just to force yourself to go to the gym. Go to the gym. If you want to build a business, get yourself around other business people. If you want to become entrepreneur, get yourself around entrepreneurial people. They will poison you with their enthusiasm, they will poison you with their positivity, and they will do a little slight change in your thinking. But the thinking alone is not enough. So what you have to do is to take the thinking from your head and put it in the book. Now, there's 3-4 magical things happening. First of all, the fact that you're forcing yourself on a daily basis. My book, every 15 minutes to 10 minutes I put something. So now I am creating this habit of being a writer. A lot of people look at me when I open the book and I put an entry in the book, and they think, oh, that's a crazy guy. Why he's doing that? You know, they don't know. Forgive them for what they do not know. That's from the Bible, I guess. So I'm forcing myself, and you should be forcing yourself to do the little tiny changes in behavior. Little tiny changes, such as taking the pen out of your pocket and putting entry in your book. Now, if you cannot do that, forget about your big dreams, forget about your big goals. After all, this is a NBS school, no bullshit school, where you cannot bullshit me, but you can bullshit yourself for the rest of your life, that you will do the things that you promised yourself yesterday to do. But what happened today? None of those promises. I hope you are not that person that promising yesterday, that you yesterday promised to yourself, hey, I'm gonna change, I'm gonna do that soon, I'm gonna do that tomorrow, one day I will be this, one day I will be that. Why not start right now? Start creating little habits. Forget about the big habits, they will come. If you want to read the books for habits, I will send you all the books for habits for free, and you can read them, make a notes of them, get your own idea. But in this brief video, there you have it. The video is getting longer again. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. If you want to get to the bottom of it, you have to force yourself to listen to these videos. I'm just strongly recommending it so you can get the best version of yourself. Don't compete with others. That will create a lot of jealousy in you. Don't compete with the world. That will create a lot of jealousy within you. Don't compete with somebody up or somebody down. If you want to actually be humble, look at the people below you. Look at the regular people and say to yourself, hey, thanks God that I have all of what I have. Whatever you have. If you have $1 million, good for you. If you have $20 billion, good for you. If you have $5 in your pocket, it's the same thing. But if you look up and you compare yourself with people that are better than you, that most likely will create jealousy. You think they may not create jealousy, but it certainly does. It's ruining your nature. Your nature tells you, hey, be a good person, do the right thing. But when you compare yourself to other people, you immediately get into the comparison game. And the comparison game, my friend, will never end. They will be always a guy with the bigger muscles. They will be always a taller guy, a better guy, a faster guy, a smarter guy. You cannot win that game, 100% sure, guaranteed. But if you look down to the misfortunate people, you can say, oh, look at this guy. Thanks God for who I am, for what I have accomplished in my life, for what I have, whatever you have, family, friends, be thankful. Now let's get back to the important. This process, it's not result oriented, but identity oriented. Let me briefly break this concept down for you. This what we do here with the book. We are creating very tiny habits. Just the habit of putting entry on the book. What are you going to put in the book? Some of the kids I'm mentoring, I don't know what to put. I tell them, hey, first of all, put your ideas. Don't let them run away in the ether. Don't let them run away. Your ideas are not your ideas. They are someone else's ideas. Many people came up with your ideas. And if you come up with an idea, many people will take your idea, they will execute it faster, and they will succeed. Why? Not because they write bigger goals, because they have a very tiny habits that makes them successful. Now, the tiny habits is the key, not the big habits. In the science of mathematics, they say you cannot count to 1,000 if you cannot count from 1 to 10. Does this make sense? Of course it does make sense. If you don't know the numbers from 1 to 10, if you're 3 years old, how are you going to count 973, 974? Impossible. You have to know the numbers. This book, it's very habitual little thing that force yourself to create at least one habit. The most important habit, in my humble opinion, it is to become the author, the writer, the actor, and the editor, and the movie producer of your own life. That is it. This is your own life. That's a little book. But let me give you a different perspective. Different perspective would be something like this. You may think you want to make $100,000 a year, but that would be impossible guarantee if you don't have the identity changed habits. Now, this little thing, it's identity changing habits. I give you example with myself. What else better example I can give you? When I write this book, I literally force myself to repeat in my head, yes, I'm a writer, I'm an actor, I'm a publisher, I'm a director, and I'm a producer of my own life. That is the thought train in my head, and it creates this little tiny habits. One of the tiny habits is, now it became instantaneously for me. I'm just talking from experience. If I had a good idea, I just put like a little triangle with I inside, and that means idea. If I have realization, I put like a little square right here, somewhere in the book. You will see the square, and that say realization. Yes, I don't let realization walk away from me. I don't let ideas, no matter how big, how small they are, I don't let them slip away. And then at the end of the week, I have another habit. I review the book, I take all these ideas and realizations, and I put them in a big book. Now some people will say, well, I don't have time to do that. Well, my friend, if you don't have the identity changes into your habits, you will never succeed with your goals, desires, whatever you like to achieve. And that's it pretty much. Now, there is a kind of idea that people can achieve certain goals once, but if you want to be a winner on consistent basis, not winner just in business or with your family or with your friends, if you want to be consistent winner, not just sporadically, haphazardly, 1 win, 2 misses, 3 wins, something like this. You have to create habitual, systematic actions called habits, and they have to be tiny. They cannot be big, because the psychology of the topic is this. Once you put your goals in the book, in the big book that I will talk about in another video. Actually, I made like a couple of videos about the big book. Anyway, once you put your goals in the big book, they kind of go far away from you. They are already in the book. So now you have to create another tiny habits. It's calling on a daily basis, reviewing your big goals and add some more. Don't be, okay, you want to make $1 million, you want to make 100K, you want to make 3 billion, no matter what it is, it doesn't matter. If you don't have the tiny habits, like, you see? You see this guy? This guy has a tiny habit, yeah? If this guy does not go to the book like this on a daily basis, hey, let me read my big goals. It will only take you 2 minutes, 5 minutes, and people say, oh, I don't have 5 minutes. Well, because they live in the Maya. They live in their own confusions. They don't take time. They don't take little 5-10 minutes. When I say these things, my friend, trust me on that. That is the key. Create the little, very tiny habits and create system to enforce them. Systems means this whole process, you know. Do this book, do the logbook, do the daily planning, do the big dreams. Now, this is a system. You are creating a circle around yourself. You are enveloping yourself in a systematic, habitual action. Business karma. Subscribe for the channel if you like this type of talks. Subscribe and be well. God bless. And I'm with you.